All right. So in this video, we are going to talk about how you can use global dropshipping to support your traveling abroad, mostly for, specifically for studies. All right. You want to go study abroad. You don't have the cash. You don't have the capital. You don't even know where to raise the money or where to get the money from. Okay. And to be honest, just raising the money enough to travel, it's not the only thing you can use dropshipping for. Even when you get there, you still need to support yourself. I mean, if you're doing undergraduate, you're looking at 3 to 4 years. You have to pay your tuition fees every single year. How do you support yourself? Okay, so dropshipping comes into place. It becomes your angel. You take it as serious as possible, and it's a flexible business. You're in the library doing your assignments. Take out 1 hour to take care of a dropshipping business. You go back to doing assignment. You go back to doing your assignment afterwards. It's, simple as that. Okay, every day Nigerians are traveling abroad. Um, most of them for some of them for studies, all right, studies in the US, studies in Canada, studies in the UK. I mean, now people are going to New Zealand. Okay, um, now though I mean some of those people they are the fortunate ones to be able to come up with the funds, the money to be able to do that. I mean, now it's very expensive. You're looking at, to be honest, you are looking at close to 40 million naira to even take that trip or think about it. I believe so, just about. Okay, £1. If you're talking about the UK, £1 is now close to 2,000 naira, if I believe, close to £1, if not 2,000 naira already. And you know that you still have to. I mean, you need to show your maintenance fund. Apart from your tuition fees, you have to show your maintenance fund. So, what is the average tuition fee for international students? All right, let's talk about it, and then I'll show you how what dropshipping is, and talk about how you can raise money, you can make money with dropshipping to be able to support your studying abroad. Either you're doing undergraduate or you're doing postgraduate. Maybe you're doing masters or PhD and all that stuff, or maybe you're going for your undergraduate. All right. The majority of postgraduate courses at most universities charge between 12 grand, so £12,000 to £25,000. And this is just 21, 22. I believe this um, price has increased slightly, not that much, well, maybe 13,000 now to 27,000, something like that. Um, if you go to savethestudent.org, um, and now that they are talking about, let's see, so medical degrees. So undergraduate for medical degrees, tuition fees is 9 grand, and it can go up to 67,000. I think if you're doing it in a prestigious university, it's going to be very expensive, of course, right? If you're studying in London, it's going to be way more expensive. I mean, guys, the prices have gone really high for tuition fees. Um, £10,000 to £20,000. I think personally, to me, I think on average, unless you're going to study at the University of Hull or something, somewhere you know, in the countryside of United Kingdom. Um, unless you're going to study there, most times, you're most likely to pay £15,000 and above for your tuition fees. Okay, now if we look at the maintenance cost as at 2020 this year, basically, if we're looking at the maintenance cost, and let's go to UK government directly so we can see they're basically saying 1,300 if you're living in London for up to 9 months. right? So 9 months, £1,300 for 9 months each month, £1,300 per month for 9 months. If you are living in London, £1,000 per month. Um, if you are living outside London, okay. So that is basically what we have. But let's go to the UK Gov or gov.uk. All right. So you will need to show you have enough money to support yourself, unless you've been in the UK with a valid visa for at least 12 months on the date of your application. This is new. I'm not gonna lie, this is new. Back in the day, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. You still had to show that you have that amount of cash. Now, how much money you need depends on where you will be studying. If you're studying in London, then that's the amount of money you need. I think that's roughly £12,000, roughly. £1,000 per month outside London, that would be roughly £10,000. So £10,000 plus £15,000 in tuition fees, in average tuition fees in the UK, you're looking at £25,000. So yeah, I think I'm just about right. 40 to 50 million naira is what you need. 40 to 50 million naira is what you need. So now there are situations where some universities would can allow you to pay per term or per semester, but per term. But the problem is that you're not when you're applying for visa, you're not applying to the university, guys. You're applying to UK Home Office. I mean, what they call an embassy, right? And they expect you to have what you need to have. Okay, so let me actually scroll down to see. I want to see the. Let's go up actually. Yeah, because I know you need to have the maintenance funds, which is roughly, if you're outside London, £10,000 plus the full year's 1 year tuition fees. I don't know, I'm not sure, maybe I don't think they've changed that. I think that is still the same. So having one term, having half of your tuition fees for one term, I don't think it counts. Okay, I think you need to have um, the full year tuition fees. Okay, so £25,000. But even if you need to show only one term, so let's say 15K, that's 7.5, it's still within the amount that I stated. That will be about 40 million, um, um, 40 million naira ish. Okay, so because £7,500 plus the £10,000 maintenance fund, 17.5, 17.5 pound, £1,000, £17,500. Okay, just about, so 35 million naira. And if you're talking Canada, is even more. If you're thinking, okay, Canada, what do I need? Is way more, right? Is more. You're really going to need about 50 million naira. How how can you raise that money if you don't have it, or you have some of it? Right? So for some people that are fortunate enough to have sold their father's land to use for their studies, or people that come from rich families, or people that have an inheritance and have used it for this for financing their studies abroad, or for people that the community had to come together and everybody put 1,000 naira, put 5,000 naira, and before you know, they've raised 40 million naira for you to move. You're fortunate enough to have that. But there are people out there that want to, they dream of it. They sleep every day and want to. They want to have the best education abroad. To be honest, they just want to leave the country and give themselves a better chance of of surviving, of surviving whatever situation they're in. a better chance of surviving. They want to study abroad. They think about that, they wish that, but they don't have the money. Okay? This is where dropshipping comes into place. Soft business, um, you know, you earn in foreign currency, so you earn in dollars. So you don't need to start converting, or you don't need to start worrying about, hey, the naira dollar has increased. I still don't have my complete money to move. No, you earn in dollars. Okay. So dropshipping is basically you selling products, okay, from suppliers abroad, suppliers in China or USA, UK, Canada. You sell their products. You help them sell their products. All right. They give you a price. You add your profit, and you sell the products to customers within the Western world. So customers in USA, UK, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, Europe, all that. So um, this is a this describes exactly how the dropshipping model works. So customer goes to your website, all right? Your website could look like this. It could look like this. So customer goes to your website, all right, your store, your website, buys the product for the $100 you have set the price to be. Um, your supplier is giving you the product for $70. Once you've received the money from the customer, you pay your supplier $70, you keep $30 profit. Your supplier ships the product directly to your customer. So because you don't get to hold the product, you don't get to store it, you don't need to you do not need to import any product or anything sort of that. Um you can do business in any country, to be honest. You can even start a UK business from Nigeria. If you have the intention of going to the UK to study, it might be what you should do. All right. Start a business, start a UK business, start making money, start earning in pounds. And before you know it, you gradually, as you sell to more customers, you keep your profit. Remember, this is not time for you to buy a car or buy this. Remember, your reason for doing this is to save up the money, is to raise funds for you to leave the country. So before you even start a dropshipping business, you need to have figured out how much money you're looking to raise. What is the amount of money specifically? Do the maths. You know, how much money do you need to leave the country and go study abroad? And obviously, depending on your course, if you're doing medicine, engineering, of course, is going to cost more. If you're trying to be a pilot, it's going to cost more, of course. So take that into consideration. Make sure you have to the T, like the university you want to go for, the requirements, that tuition fees. Right, write that number, that hard figure, write it on the paper. Then that number is what you're going to work towards. So imagine you're making $30 for every unit sold of the product, and you need to raise, let's say, $30,000. So $30,000. To get to $30,000, you need to sell 1,000 customers to 1,000 customers. But I would not take that as a number or target for you to reach. I would double that to 2,000 because anything can happen. Cost do come. It's a business you're running. There could be unseen cost or unpredictable cost that might come into the fold. So you want to make sure that you're protecting yourself. So you would double that number instead of selling to 1,000 people. You want to do two times. You want to sell to 2,000 people, and you want to make $60,000. Because when you make that amount of money, whatever the cost, whatever unseen circumstance, or wherever you need to, that comes, even if the $30,000 you thought you needed goes up to $40,000 for some reason, maybe miscalculation, maybe economy changes, maybe the university raised their tuition fees, maybe the government is messing around with the maintenance fund. Okay, it doesn't matter what happens, you're still okay because you aimed higher. You can still afford to leave the country. All right, that is how the dropshipping model really works when it comes to you raising funds. Okay, so it's something, if you're serious about, okay, you want to travel out but you don't know exactly where to raise money from, this is one thing you need to get involved with. Now, there are there are some people that would normally, and they have a friend, maybe a family friend, that have some cash. The family friend will float them so that they can show the visa officers that they have cash. But that is just for the visa. After the visa is given, you return the money back to the person. You see, what you have done is, your food the visa officers. You have food the visa officers. But one thing you don't realize is, you have also fooled yourself, because when you travel out, you're going to find it very hard to survive. You're going to find it very hard to survive. And now what's going to happen is that you're going to start working. I remember, it doesn't matter where you are, Australia, UK, Canada, they give you 20 hours, working hours per week. Okay. You're planning on working over that. Well, you're playing with fire, because if you get caught, it's going to be detrimental to you in that country, and not just that country, but any other country that is associated with that country. If you mess up in Australia, then there's no, oh, let me try and go Canada. It's not going to work. They know the reasons. They share information. They share data. Or let me say you work over hours, but now your studies is taking a hit. You're not focused on studying anymore because you're working, and you have to work because you have to take care of yourself. You're in a prison. Ask people that actually have gone through this before. You're in a prison. Like, you're stuck. You need to work because you have to pay your rent. You don't work, you're homeless. But now you need to not work too much because you want to focus on your studies, your assignments, your projects, all that. But you don't have the time for it. Maybe you're doing night shift. You're not sleeping enough. You're dozing in classes. All these comes into play. With preparation, with proper preparation, you can avoid this. Like I talked about, you could be doing your assignment, take a break, your switch the tab, go to your Shopify store, manage your business, go to your ads manager, tweak your ads, get back to your assignments, all in the same library or LRC, or in your home, your dorm room, all in the same time. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to take the bus to go to a factory or warehouse or whatnot, or a retail store, maybe a Sport Direct, okay, or um, Walmart or Superstore if you're in Canada. Okay, you don't need to do all that. So plan your movement properly. Whatever dropshipping business you start now, and you raise money with it to Japan, to travel out for your studies, you're still going to be running that business whilst you're studying. You're comfortable. You're comfortable. Now you have more time to give to your studies because you're not working outside. You can focus on your studies, take some time and run your business, but you're not running helter skelter. You're still having a good night's sleep. And some of you would watch this video, you're in that situation now, you're in a prison. What you need to do is turn that, give yourself some time, focus on dropshipping, build a business, build it to a point where you're making the same income you're making from that factory, from that retail store you're working. And then you free your time, you free yourself. All right. Not everybody's the same. Not everybody's in the same boat. Your situation might be that you don't have the money or the funds to fund your studies. Does that mean you give up? It's an opportunity. All right. All right, guys. So we are done with the video. We're just going to mention a few things. One, if you enjoy the content of the video and you received value, click on the like button, and it is one way for you to show your appreciation, um, and it costs nothing. If you are interested in global dropshipping from an African and Nigerian perspective, okay, subscribe to our channel. We are going to be pumping out content on this. Um, if you want to watch more videos, go to our homepage. Right, go to the homepage. You're going to see playlist, and whatever topic you're interested in, you can just watch the playlist of that. All right, Nigeria to the West, e-commerce and dropshipping, e-commerce in Nigeria, digital marketing, payment gateways, and all that. Okay. Um, Now, when it comes to us, we are Winston Pedigree, a firm specialized in helping Nigerians and Africans build their own global dropshipping business. Okay, from Nigeria, from the African countries, etc. Um, and we have range of services to support the dropshippers with. So in our setup services, we basically help you set up your dropshipping business. Then we have our course programs. Okay, Entrance, Crown, Masters course. The Entrance course is our beginners course. Okay, the Crown is our intermediate. The Masters is our advanced course program. Um, the Crown course also contains the Entrance course, which is the beginner level global dropshipping course. The Masters course contains both the Crown course and the Entrance course, and also the Trinity course. If you want to enroll, come to our website, add whatever course program you're going for into the cart, and go from there. You are going to receive your access link within an hour. Okay. Um, Now, when it comes to how you can also other places you can reach us in, Instagram and Facebook, guys. Winston Pedigree, right? You can find us using searching for Winston Pedigree. Follow us on Instagram. We do post results and proofs on our Instagram, as you can see. But also, we have our tips here that we do post. Okay, so when it comes to our courses, these are the content, the course content. It is very in depth, guys. Over 210 videos. So it is very, very pragmatic, but also intense. Okay, intense. It's filled with a lot of knowledge. We built close to four dropshipping businesses there, and we showed you everything you need to know regarding e-commerce and global dropshipping, suppliers, payment gateways, how to set them up, pretty much all that. Okay. Um, yeah. So that is going to be all, guys. See you in the next video.